Divrei-Hayamim Bet, Chapter 31. After all this was over, all Israel who were there went out to the cities of Yehuda, and smashed the standing stones, chopped down the sacred poles, and broke down the high places and altars throughout Yehuda, Binyamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh, until they had destroyed them all. Then all the people of Israel returned to their own cities, each to his own possession. Hizkiyahu re-established the divisions of the cohanim and Levites in accordance with the way the divisions had been before, with each man assigned his task, both the cohanim and Levites, for burnt offerings and for peace offerings, to serve, to give thanks, and to praise at the gates of Adonai's camp. He determined a portion of the king's property to be given for the burnt offerings, that is, for the morning and evening burnt offerings, and for burnt offerings on Shabbats, Rosh Chodesh, and the designated times, as prescribed by the Torah of Adonai. He also ordered the people living in Jerusalem to contribute the portion meant for the cohanim, the Levites, so that they would be submitting themselves to the Torah of Adonai. As soon as the order was issued, the people of Israel gave in abundance from the first fruits of the grain, wine, olive oil, honey, and other agricultural produce. They brought the required tenth and more. The people of Israel and Yehuda, living in the cities of Yehuda, also brought the required tenth of oxen and sheep, and the required tenth of the consecrated gifts that had been dedicated to Adonai their God, and piled them in heaps. They began accumulating these heaps in the 3rd month, and completed them in the 7th month. When Hizkiyahu and the leaders came and saw the heaps, they blessed Adonai and his people Israel. When Hizkiyahu asked the cohanim and Levites about the heaps, Azariahu, the chief Kohen, from the house of Zadok, answered him, "Ever since the people began bringing offerings into the house of Adonai, we have had enough to eat and plenty left over. For Adonai has blessed his people, and what is left over is this massive supply." Then Hizkiyahu ordered storerooms prepared in the house of Adonai. After preparing them, they faithfully brought in the offerings, the required tenths, and the consecrated things. Conaniahu, the Levi, was put in charge of them, with Shimei, his brother, as his assistant. Hizkiyahu, the king, and Azariahu, the ruler of the house of God, appointed Yehiel, Azaziahu, Nachat, Asahel, Yeramot, Yozavad, Eliel, Yishmachiah, Machat, and Benaiahu as supervisors to serve under Conaniah and Shimei, his brother. Korah, the son of Yimnah, the Levi, gatekeeper at the east gate, was responsible for the voluntary offerings to God. He had to distribute the offerings made to Adonai and the especially holy gifts. Under him were Eden, Binyamin, Yeshua, Shemaiahu, Amariahu, Shechanyahu, in the cities of the cohanim, faithfully making the distributions to their kinsmen by divisions, to great and small alike. Every male 3 years older and older, entitled to enter the house of Adonai, was given his daily share for performing his duties, according to his divisions, regardless of how he was recorded in the genealogies. Likewise, those recorded in the genealogies of the cohanim by clans received shares, as did the Levites, 20 years and older, who were performing their duties in their assigned divisions. When shares were assigned, all their little ones, wives, sons, and daughters were also recorded in the genealogies throughout the entire community. For in their faithfulness to this task, they consecrated themselves. Finally, shares were assigned to the descendants of Aharon, the cohanim, who lived in the pasture lands surrounding their cities. In each city, they were mentioned by name. Thus portions were distributed to all the males among the cohanim, and to all whose genealogies showed that they belonged to the Levites. This is what Hizkiyahu did throughout all Yehuda. He accomplished things that were good, right, and faithful before Adonai his God. Every project that he undertook in order to seek his God, whether in the service of the house of God or in connection with the Torah and the Mizvot, he did with all his heart, and so he succeeded.